I'm Mayfield, and I'm going to be discussing privacy issues in cyberspace as it relates to e-commerce. If you've ever bought anything online, you've probably been asked to agree to the terms of use and the privacy policy. One of the main reasons a website needs a privacy policy is to disclose the owner's intent. People have a right to know what information is being collected and what the owner plans to do with that information. In today's world of trying to be anonymous, the privacy policy is that much more important to many website users and online customers. The privacy policy is really about keeping web businesses honest. Over the last few years, we've heard a lot about the importance of transparency in both the government and business sectors. The privacy policy is transparency in the possible collection of information. 3 consumer-to-consumer e-commerce businesses were researched in regards to their use of the privacy policy. They were Amazon, eBay, and RazorGator. Amazon is the world's largest consumer-to-consumer online retailer. It was founded in 1993 and actually began as an online bookstore. Soon after, the company diversified and began selling CDs, DVDs, furniture, apparel, basically anything you would find in a more traditional brick-and-mortar store. eBay was founded in 1995 as a consumer-to-consumer online auction and shopping website in which people and businesses buy and sell a broad variety of goods and services. And RazorGator was founded in 2001, and it's a consumer-to-consumer online retailer in which people buy and sell sports, music, and theater tickets. This makes RazorGator more of a specialty online retailer as opposed to Amazon and eBay. The difference between these e-commerce organizations and organizations such as Dillard's or JCPenney or other department stores that host a website online is that eBay, RazorGator, and Amazon are actually host sites that facilitate transactions between consumers. They don't actually have their own products to sell. So exactly what information is collected about the consumer by Amazon, eBay, and RazorGator? On the most basic level, all 3 organizations collect the information that is necessary to complete a transaction. That would be the customer's name, mailing or shipping address, telephone number, whether it be a home or cell phone number, email address for confirmation, and also bank account or credit card information. In addition, all 3 organizations collect what is called session data. Session data consists of such things as IP addresses, operating system and type of browser being used, and the activities conducted by the user while on each website. This session data is collected to help each organization analyze information about the visitors, like what are they most likely to click on, the way visitors are clicking through the website, how many visitors are surfing through their pages, and how long they're on each website. They use this session data to analyze the flow of the web page and gather the information in order to customize certain options on the web page and make sure that the web page is user-friendly. In addition, both eBay and Amazon collect what is called transactional information, and that they store the purchase history of their customers. It'll indicate those items that you may have looked at before, may have put in your shopping cart and either decided to purchase or did not purchase. And it'll also keep a history of those items that you did purchase. Also, both eBay and Amazon collect additional information that may be beyond the purchaser. For example, if you purchase an item on Amazon and you buy it as a gift for a friend or a relative, and instead of having it shipped to your mailing address, you have it shipped to that person, then their information goes on file as well, and that would include their name, their shipping address, of course, and in most instances, both eBay and Amazon ask for a contact number for that individual and or an email address. So the personal information of someone you purchase a gift for may be collected as well. In addition, all 3 organizations also utilize what are called cookies. And cookies are small data files that are placed within your computing device on websites that you utilize in order to track certain pages. The information that is collected off the cookies helps an organization to analyze the web page flow and customize services for each individual. It also helps customize content and advertising for each individual that uses the website. What I found interesting about the use of cookies by all 3 organizations is that they let the customer know that they do utilize this type of tracking mechanism for cookies. However, they do let the customer know that there is a way for them to go onto their computer and change the options of their web browser in regards to accepting the cookies. However, and the next thing that they say is if you disable the use of the cookies, then you will also disable certain features of their website to include the ability to purchase items from their website. I kind of found this a little bit interesting in that on the one hand, the organizations are saying, we value your privacy, and you have the ability not to accept the cookies that we use on our website. You have the right not to do that. However, if you decide not to accept the cookies, you will not be able to make purchases from our website. In addition, another aspect of the privacy policies and items that are used by all three organizations that I found interesting were the use of third-party advertisers and links. All three organizations indicate that they host third-party advertisers on their site, and those third-party advertisers also have active links on that site. However, they indicate that in no way are they responsible for the privacy of your information if you click on the link of these third-party advertisers, and that it's up to the consumer to review the privacy policy of the third-party advertisers to determine whether or not the standard of privacy is something that the customer feels comfortable with. The reason I find this interesting because on the one hand, in their privacy policy, they're indicating that they value your privacy and they're going to do everything they can to secure your privacy. However, they're hosting third-party advertisers and not accepting responsibility or verifying the security of the personal information of their customers on these third-party sites. Another area of interest in the privacy policy in all three organizations was their policy on changes to their privacy policy. Amazon, eBay, and RazorGator all indicate that they reserve the right to modify the privacy statement at any time, but they also say that the customer must review the privacy policy frequently in order to determine if any changes were made. I don't think this is the best benefit of the customer because what they're saying is each time you come to our website, you should probably check our privacy policy to make sure that we are still conducting our business as we have told you in the past that we were, and that you still feel secure in the use of us having your information. There are several changes that could be made to the privacy policies or the ways in which these organizations conduct their business that would not only benefit the customer, but would also benefit the company as well. One of the first changes that I recommend is giving the customer the ability to choose whether or not to accept the cookies and still be able to conduct business on the website and make purchases. I think that in doing that, by allowing the customer to utilize the website to make purchases regardless of whether or not the customer chooses to accept the cookie, they're showing the customer that they value the customer over any information they may gain from the cookie for advertising and marketing purposes. And this would go a long way in increasing the confidence that the customer has in the organization. I think another change that needs to be made to the policy is in the use of the third-party advertisers. I think that the host organization, Amazon, eBay, and RazorGator, should only host third-party advertisers and links to other websites whose privacy policy is at least equal to their own. And they should also accept the responsibility to verify that this privacy policy of these third-party advertisers is exactly what they say it is. It would be, for example, if I host a party at my house and I hire a caterer, it's my responsibility to ensure that the caterer is cooking food properly and conducting the catering business in the most sanitary means possible in order to protect my guests at my party to ensure that they don't get sick. By accepting the responsibility for the privacy of their clients off third-party advertisers and verifying the privacy policies of these third-party advertisers, again, what they're doing to their customers is showing them that they value them above all else, that they value the privacy of the customer, and they're going to go out of their way to ensure that the privacy of that customer is also as secure as it is in these third-party advertisers. And the third change that I think all three organizations need to make is in the notification of changes to their privacy policy. As it stands right now, all three basically advise the customers to frequently check the privacy policy and make sure that any changes that were made are still within the comfort level of the customer. I think what would be most beneficial for the customer is for each organization to email current account holders and registered users and notify them of changes that are made to the privacy policy. And then they need to include a banner on their website, on their home site, at login, just to notify anybody who's visiting their website that changes were made to the privacy policy, and you may want to review what the changes were before you go into our website and conduct business. I think by making this change, by being more transparent with changes in their policy, again, they're going to increase the confidence of the customer, but they're also indicating to the customer that we value your privacy, we value you as a customer, we feel it's important, we want you to know that we've made changes to our policy, and here they are. It's not something that you have to go hunting and fishing for. We're going to tell you what changes we made to the policy. If all three organizations made these changes in the use of the cookies, in the use of the third-party links, and in the use of the notification of changes, I think that they'll benefit the customer in that the customer is going to feel more confident that their information is secure because this business has gone above and beyond to ensure them of that, to prove that they care about securing their privacy. And in return, the customer is going to feel more confident and be more willing to participate in the information that is being collected. If I feel that I have trust in something and trust in the company, I'm more willing to be compliant with things that they ask me to do. Where you may not have felt comfortable allowing cookies to be placed on your computing device, if you feel comfortable and confident that a company is actually there to make sure that your information is secure, then you're probably going to go ahead and say, okay, yes, I will accept the cookies from your website because I know that you're going to do everything you can to protect my privacy. So both the consumer and the company is going to benefit. The customer is going to feel more confident in the organization, and the organization is going to reap that reward because they're going to have a returning customer. So if those three changes are made by Amazon, RazorGator, and eBay, by accepting responsibility and verifying the privacy policy of the third-party advertisers, making changes to their acceptance policy on the use of cookies, and by notifying changes and being more apparent and transparent with their changes, not only will the organization profit, but so will the customer. There will be a benefit for both parties involved.